Hello, another one of those rambling videos I do, but I've got something cool to show you. I've always got something cool to show you, but this is something that I think is really, really cool. And this is the new Sennheiser XSW-D radio mic system. Now, I've already got radio mics. I've got the Sennheiser, the Evolution, the G4 series, and they're in a box at the moment. I've grabbed this off the back of a mic. This is the Sony digital system as well. Now, what's cool about this is that it's tiny. These are new, as I say, from Sennheiser. They operate at 2.4 gig, whereas this one and this one both are like the 600 megahertz range. This uses 2.4, which is traditionally, you know, things like Wi-Fi and stuff like that. But I've had really good experience with this so far, so let me tell you a bit about it. First of all, it's an inexpensive system. It's a couple of £100. It's not loads and loads and loads of money. It's certainly a lot cheaper than the more expensive Evolution Sennheiser and the Sony equivalents. It doesn't have the same amount of features, so you can't compare them like for like. But what they are good for is if you just need to quickly mic something up, with a radio, and you don't have time to set it up, to go through the menus, to set up attenuation gain. When I swap radio mics from different cameras, I always end up going in and just changing settings, and it's just fiddly, and then I forget and it goes back on to a different camera and it's really, really loud. So the thing about these is they just seem to work. So let me tell you about this. I went for this kit, which is the XSW-D, the XLR kit. So these little microphones, the ones you can see here, hopefully, both got XLR connectors, but they do these with mini jack connectors, and the other big, I think it's 6.35, something like that, for instruments. I don't understand that world, so I have no interest in that particular model. But the XLR model's perfect for me. So first of all, the receiver. So XLR connectors on it, as I say. To connect it to your camera, simply bang, plug it straight into the side of your camera. That's all you need to do. These have got built-in batteries and they're charged via USB-C. There's more and more stuff being charged via USB-C now, and I think that's pretty cool. It's like a standard, isn't it? Of course. My small aperture ALMX light is also charged by USB-C. So put one cable in my bag, and generally I've got a phone charger or something with me anyway, means I can just charge these. So I digress. This plugs into the XLR of your camera and turn it on by pressing the button, and that's it. It's a receiver. That's all you need to worry about. You get about 5 hours, Sennheiser say, battery life off of these, which I think is pretty respectable, really. Now, at the other end of that, you've got this. So this is basically an XLR dongle, or butt plug, as I said in one of my previous. They really do call them butt plugs, and I said that in one of my previous video, and people started posting all kinds of links, which I went and deleted. There was no need for that. Anyway, XLR butt plug. And what's this for? Well, this is great that you can just plug it in the back. Let me grab one. In the back of a stick mic, like this, and there we go. We've now got a powered stick microphone. Not powered, but we've got a wireless stick microphone. I should mention it does not phantom power. That's why you need to spend more money on something like one of these, the bigger Sonys, which do provide phantom power. So if you've got something like a Rode NTG1, 416, Sennheiser 416 mic, Rode, not Rode, I keep saying that as well, that will power it, but this does not provide phantom power. But if you've got something like the reporter microphone, the stick mic here, that's an absolutely perfect kind of combo. Now, they also do lapel mics as well, wireless lapels. So it's the same, let me quickly take that off of there. It's the same form factor, it's exactly the same size, but instead of having the XLR at the top, it's got a mini jack at the top. And then it comes with a small Sennheiser lav, which you just plug into that. And then at the other end, you've got a receiver, again, same size, but it's got a mini jack output as opposed to an XLR output. And they sell that for DSLRs, so that's quite a nice little combo. Now, what you can do is you can mix and match these, and this is really where it comes into its own. So you can have an XLR transmitter going to a mini jack receiver, or a mini jack lapel transmitter going to an XLR receiver. So you can really sort of build up kits. Also, if you want to extend the range, it's got about 75-meter range, which again is good. You can plug a XLR receiver, which could be bonded to a mini jack transmitter, into an XLR transmitter, which can then be bonded to another receiver. So you can then double the range, if you see what I mean. Isn't that clever? So I just had to share these. Why did I buy them? Okay, so someone's going to ask this. I've got Sennheiser, I've got Sony radio mic kits, so why did I buy these? And the reason I bought these was for my Z90 kit, which I know I keep talking about, but I love that camera. The Z90 is a great camera. And what I wanted was a really tiny little transmitter receiver, which I could have in a case And if I ever needed it, I could just literally plug it straight in, quick 2-second job, and it's working. Not something that I'll have to then, figure out from the last time I used it. So yeah, that's it. What a great piece of kit. If you've got any thoughts, comments, have you used one? Did you get on with it? Leave them in the comments below and I'll read them and yeah, answer them. Thanks for watching again. Okay, so some of you guys wanted me to shoot these videos, shallow depth of field. And I've done this bit, but this was on a Serp Genie Mini turntable. It's really loud.